Well, howdy there, my young hung, full of cum, tongue-punching, fart-box-loving Cowboys. It's your Week 10 recap, brought to you by the hungest Cowboy of the week, yours truly, Cheffrey Dahmer, a.k.a. Danny's former daddy. What a week we had. There were no close to the down-to-the-wire matches, besides our wiener flex position this week. So let's rootin' tootin' and get started with our smallest wiener award this week, going to Osama bin Laden. You know, you can't score 10.3 points combined with both of your quarterbacks and expect to win. Also, if your defense outscores 6 of your other positions, it's a recipe for disaster. So unfortunately, Osama, this week you get our smallest wiener award. You were beaten by Andrew, aka Andrew's agreeable team, aka program glitch because the Epstein files were released, so now he's actually coming back to reality. This might be a hot take right now, but has Andrew skated by with the easiest schedule in the league? Who knows? But that first place position is still his as of right now. You have Two-Face Bowers on your team, coming back from an injury. 37 points against the miserable Jaguars defense, but only 3 points this week. Bijan's fallen off. You've gotten 3 weeks in a row with less than 15 points. So is it time for a snap back to reality for Andrew? Can he maintain this first place lead all the way through the playoffs? This hung Cowboy doesn't think so. Our next matchup is between the Gucci Gabagool and the Glizzy Globler. Globbled up the Gabagool this week with a 144-106 victory. Garrett Wilson, possible IR? Is there a wide receiver panic for Steven? Possibly so. Michael Penis Jr. scoring 10 points. McCaffrey and Cook underperforming. The only saving grace this week was Nico Collins, and he still didn't do enough. Luke, I don't know what to say, man. All but 2 players on your team this week scored double digits. You're consistently scoring points with your team, not making a lot of moves. We've seen that recipe work for you in the past. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Look out. Playoffs starting soon. Luke might be the team to look out for. All right, next we're going to the Captain Wrangler, Rich the Kid, versus Inches and Gold But Thick. Couldn't wrangle him this week, Richie. Couldn't wrangle him this week. Inches and Gold But Thick with a decisive 144-109 victory. Richie, what is going on with your quarterback room? You got Jalen Hurts scoring nothing. You got Dart hurt after he's scoring something. And you got Geno Smith. Fucking drop his ass and get somebody else. You almost flexed that biggest wiener award in the position this week with Dante Smith getting 14.9 points. So close. Just not big enough. Q. Man, you get the biggest bench award this week. Jonathan Taylor's scary. As long as he can stay healthy. And I'm just going to say it right now. Had you been able to start a correct lineup every week, Q, you would be in first place. But unfortunately, you're a terrible manager and you're scraping by. That's why Andrew's still in first. Is what it is. All right, next we're on to Daniel Raymond, a.k.a. the Hung Father, versus Howie Normus. Danny wins with a 152.3 victory over 124.8 for Howie. Devin A. Chain, 37 points. Herbert only 14. You had another close flex wiener position, scoring 14.3 points with the Sun God, St. Brown. Danny's looking scary as a team as well in the playoffs. I'll give it to him. He drafted a pretty decent team. A little bit of collusion for some trades here and there, but that's hearsay. You can't prove anything, right? Brian, Howie Normus, I think you got the chaps this year, sir. Jainty was a first-round bust. Saquon, after I traded to you, gave you one good game. Since then, bust. And you didn't start Lab McConkey. Why trade for players and then not start him? He's Justin Herbert's favorite target. So Howie, as much as I hate to say it, you're the captain of the Hung Boys for life. I will fight for you till the very end, but this year I think you've taken last place. Hate to say it, buddy. All right, last recap. Obviously, my recap as well. So we've got Cheffrey Dahmer, a.k.a. me, versus Dirty Duval Dan. Cheffrey Dahmer pulled out a 152.8 victory over a 123.2 for Dirty Duval Dan. I'm going to highlight a few players of mine. Matt Stafford, 3 weeks in a row with 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Gibbs had another standout performance, scoring 36 points. And Rome Odunze, biggest flex, biggest wiener flex this week, 17.6 points. So I'll take that biggest wiener this week and most hung this week. Thank you guys. Dirty Duval Dan. Aaron Rodgers is just so hit or miss, man. You got A.J. Brown, which I traded you. 2 points. Dodge that bullet, huh? But I will like to commend both of our big, hard, strong Ds this week. 23 points by Seattle and 16 by Denver. That's some hard D, Dirty Duval. Well, we got 5 weeks until the playoffs start. There's a lot of us gunning for those 2 through 4th place with only a victory or 2 in between. Good luck, everyone, this week. This is your biggest and hungest and flexiblest wiener captain signing off. Go, everybody. Bud Danny. Fuck you.